This is the only Switch Pro controller you will ever need, and this is another one. Yes, today we're looking at another NYXI Hyperion Pro. In my last video about the Hyperion Pro, I rated it one of the best controllers you can get for your Switch, and that's because it has Hall effect joysticks. If you missed out on that explanation, stick around and I'll fill you in. As you can tell, the controller is already unboxed, which I usually do on camera for this channel, but I went live to test this out, so keep an eye out for more live streams. The Hyperion Pro has removable Hall effect joysticks. All of the LEDs are customizable, including a 7-color mode and a breathing mode, which I have on the left. I just want to point out that I am a way bigger fan of this colorway than the green. The green is nice, but it just doesn't match a lot of things, and my custom ice blue transparent Switch clashes a bit with it. It does, however, look much better with the new colorway. The colorway is a direct copy of the Indigo GameCube controller, and it does match the OEM shell quite well. It has gyro, adjustable turbo buttons, your standard screenshot and home buttons. Flip it around on the back and it has customizable back buttons, adjustable vibration, and customizable macro buttons. As mentioned in my last video, I'm a big fan of these back buttons and where they sit because they seem to be good for where my hands are. I've noticed that compared to the QRD, which is the most similar controller that I reviewed, the back buttons are much more low profile than the QRD, and the QRD buttons almost seem to be too large. It's going to be hard to pick up on camera, but the back has a slight texture to it, which I have to give points to QRD for because they actually have a rubberized grip on the back. If you're interested in the QRD, I'll have the card to my video up somewhere. Some differences I'm noticing between the two is, well, obviously the color, but the middle rail seems to be more detailed on this version than the other. I'm not sure if it's different batches, but as well, the triggers seem to be more tight on the Indigo than the green. They both have 6.5 hours of playtime each and take 2 hours to charge. There's actually nothing different spec-wise, and I did check. Both ABS plastic, both weigh 203 grams, and the same 500 milliamp hour rechargeable battery. Now onto these thumbsticks that I keep talking about. I feel like it's more and more important to include Hall effect joysticks in your controllers, and I will die on this hill. Your average controller has analog thumbsticks which trigger movement based on the direction the player aims. The thumbsticks hit each button in that direction, and because there are physical parts touching each other, they will wear down over time, leading to less and less accurate movement.
Or even the dreaded thumbstick drift!
Hall effect joysticks use magnets to detect this movement in almost a floating position, so there aren't really any parts touching each other, and in theory your thumbsticks will never break. And this is important because these are your most worn down parts of a controller, and well, no one wants drifting. And if you want to get these, they're actually on sale at the time of making this video. You can take an additional 10% off with code Boolean, and I'll have the link in the description. So I did some testing live on stream, which was quite fun. And again, I have already tested this controller, but it was nice to get a more critical hands-on experience after doing several other controller reviews. How has my opinion changed? Well, I would still recommend these, but I'll tell you the pros and the cons. Pros. They're comfortable, way more comfortable than the Joy-Cons. The back buttons are fantastic, they're responsive and clicky, and it's pretty much everything I would want in this style of third-party Joy-Con. But the cons. Compared to the QRD, the thumbsticks leave much to be desired. The edges are sharp, and I can feel the wear after a long play session. If I could remove the rubber backing and the thumbsticks from the QRD and put them on the NYXI, it would be the perfect controller. I praise the QRD for having clicky mouse buttons in my video, but they're very loud and I can't really use them when other people are around or when I'm recording because they're so loud. NYXI is perfectly clicky. This colorway, I love tenfold, and where it fails are fairly minor. Sure, the thumbsticks are a little uncomfy, but it's not unplayable, and I put thumbstick covers on most things anyways, so I'll be on the hunt for something that fits these ones as well. In review, I can still recommend the Hyperion Pro because they're a solid choice. Are they the very best? No, but they have to be a close second up there. While I can't tell you a number one because it surely wouldn't be the QRD, maybe I will find the perfect controller one day. In the meantime, these are a steal for Hall effect joysticks, so go check them out with the link in the description and use code Boolean for 10% off, and I will see you in the next one.